So yeah, we're looking at, that's why my arm days are so long, because they're literally like over 30 sets. My critique would be the front delt. Tiny bit more rounder than what they were, let's say, a few weeks ago. I could see that though. My front would be a bit more sticking out too. All right, let's do biceps. I don't know where my knee straps went. Last time I used them was actually on this machine, and they're not in my bag. They might actually be in my other backpack, the one they used to have, but yeah, this crack is gonna be annoying as hell. That'd actually be hilarious if I used a grocery bag. Hey man, I mean, it's better than getting my shit scratched, so trust me, if you it's fucking annoying, believe me, if you don't have pets. You know what? Doing this one arm was actually not that bad too. When I did that, no, it was not that bad. I might do it one arm because I felt a tad bit more isolation. And we'll do it. Let's see. Ouch. You know what? I mean, I can just swap back and forth. Might be better than it was in the grocery bag. Hey, you see that? My left arm is way weaker than my right. That's why I prefer to do it one arm because sometimes, well, they're both being pulled, but it's something more psychological, in my opinion. But my left is way weaker than my right. Wait, I'm so confused. Were these both different weights? Yeah, I hope not. I really hope not. I mean, if it was, that'd make sense, but I don't think so, because my left, I know my left is kind of strong compared to my right. I hope I didn't fuck that up. Oh, okay. Okay. I just realized something. That's actually better. If I lean a bit backward, yeah, that is better. I'm gonna do that instead. It's harder. There's sure a lot more activation doing that. Sure. Let's just keep it going. Good one. I'm gonna have to do a bit of self-assistance. No. Alright. Self-assistance really comes in play, especially when you're doing like these sort of machines. It's a lot more harder when you have to do it with the dumbbell. And it's less, I don't know, it's like less effective in a way. Because it's not in a stationary stance where you're just moving in one direction to the other. When you're free weighting, you kind of wobble around, and I don't know. Sometimes it could be effective, sometimes it can't, in my opinion. Honestly, if I increase it, I'll likely do 5 reps. And I mean, I could do self-assistance. All right. Okay. Yeah, like that, it works. Okay. Nah, we're gonna, yeah, my left is way weak. I like how I'm like failing with assistance. Okay. I'm gonna get some blood in there. Let's do hammer curls. Yeah. Let's get the 20s. Yeah, and then we'll move on to 25. I don't think a 30 though. But hey, we'll see. That was so-so. Yeah, I was struggling there, but level of, let's say, hypertrophy for the center of the bicep was not the best, at least in comparison to my previous ones. Shit, Jesus. Ah, shit. Nope. Okay, one arm. One arm it is. Fuck. Nope. Alright. No, I fucking hate doing that. I want to do the 25, I just can't lift it, man. I just want money today. Fuck all that nigga shit about my dick. I really posted on blocks with the gangs. I'm thinking about putting some stock in the brains. Tell them you bitch, you ain't bad enough. All of my bars get mounted up. One time I bitch, I'm panicked up. Yellow skin bitches, she tatted up. Got a foreign girl. Get a new bag and you boss. Gelato scripture like a monster. No more bottle, we sipping on that. I got more money than all of you. I feel like you smoke, then I'm calling out niggas. Little nigga, you act like you do. Fuck all that food that we give them the signal. Little boy, you ain't dead nothing. Little boy, they can't show the kid one. I ain't know what he did for me. I think I'm just really, I did something. She cried, though, keep it, she cried. You really don't understand what I'm saying. Running outside, let's get it right. All the high, they got 85 cents. A lot of big names, we can put them on game. You niggas back in the chain. I don't know. When I see you in these clothes, niggas so young, they don't get up like I'm an OG. Like I'm old. Take out the rest of his nose, after that, I'm in the global figure. And I got loads of figures. I just woke up to the money today. I really posted on block with the gangs. Thinking about putting some stock in the brains. Think a little bitch, you ain't bad enough. All of my bars get mounted up. One time I was bitch, I'm fatty up. Yellow skin bitches, she tatted up. Got up for my girl. Get a new bag and you cross. Bit better. Let's do the narrows. We'll do it over there though. I know you want to cry. Fine. We have to defend our fight. That felt really good. Yeah. Let's try to transfer that to the 40 pounds. And hell, even the more we go up, that should stay the same.
I'm saying that like I want a girl like me with all my promise and turn her to a monster, but maybe monster. I know I
This actually gives me an idea when I can't do no more. Instead of pausing, let me try something. Yeah, it's not bad. In fact, I might even get the 15. It's just to keep it going. Oh. Yeah. This thing is annoying, but whatever. Trying to attain tension where we left off. Oh, shit. You guys should do this. Just try it. It's just the squeeze, you know? That's why I love doing these. That's why I've done spider curls. But when spider curls plateaued, I just do straight bar. And I still get that same activation. But, I mean, you see, but try. And if you feel it, you're gonna really feel it. You don't have to go so heavy. Definitely not. You're supposed to be squeezing. You shouldn't go that heavy on this. Let's put this to 80 pounds. A bit more frequency than the complete weight, as I said in the beginning, because the last time I did these and I did that much more weight with like 10 to 12 reps, the activation wasn't super good. So, yeah. Let's put it to once. In fact, when I was doing that, I can get a better pump if I keep resistance on the tricep. Kind of like the same concept with biceps, where you're doing a curl, but you're resisting the weight from coming down by holding it, like if you're dragging it upwards. Same thing with this, but you're not letting the weight smash against the starting point. So it's like retaining tension basically, even when it comes up. And I can just feel it building and building, doing that, even with not such a big weight. Okay. This one. Right here, got the bitch, then I made that clear. Up from two to the two, running plays like a Tennessee kid. I'm the one that's finally trying to hurt the kid. I'm the one J.A.'s with the praise, with the lights, with the ice, and the smoke, but I can't stay away. See it's light, man. I can't stay away. Find the vice, man. I can't stay away. Find the hardball, I can't play. But I didn't do this. I don't even know how to defend this. More than I can even Pinterest. True love, no true love, like a friendship. We even touch and got it in this. I rock the boat, I say, hell on. All right. I think 140 would be the max because I'm going slower, but with heavy weight. And it feels good. In fact, it feels better because usually I would build it up until we get to the ropes and start doing these. But even for the first exercise for the tricep, they're building quite a bit right now. That's good. We can do more. Yeah. I don't tend to do that by myself. All right. This at 60 pounds. Ain't nothing like doing that for me. Ooh, I get such a good pump doing that. Like right here, just here on the side. The key with this is like I've always treated this like if I'm doing this. It's the same thing. You're just bent over. That's all you're doing. But the movement is the same. So if you apply the same principle of the twist, it's a different level. You get such a crazy pump, at least for me. You get roundness doing that. I'm gonna play Linkin Park. I think it's now time to play a little bit of Linkin Park right now. Get a bit of the mood. We could basically just be deaf. Get some Lee Priest vibes right now. Fucking massive, bulky, motherfucking Lee Priest. A little bit forward more. Yeah, I could do more there, but why not?
can't justify the way everyone is looking at me. Nothing to gain, hollow and alone, and the fault is my own, and the fault is my own. I wanna heal, I wanna feel what I thought was never real. I wanna let go of the pain I felt so long.
All right. I have a few thoughts, but we'll explain after it goes. Let's get to that. Start off front double biceps. Let's see what they are. You know what? How does this look like? No, that actually looks weird. In my head, it looked cooler. When I do it, it's actually kind of weird. Now, it'd be different if it was this. Front delts need to be worked, or to rock this pose. All right. Okay. Not bad. So for the delts, I would say we need to work more in the front. But I know what it is from the training. I stopped doing the front raises, and even the behind the neck presses. I just stopped doing that like a month and a half ago, and I felt like my front delts hasn't had the shapeness it's had as before. They've gotten bigger because I mean when you work out, it's impossible to not get bigger. But could they be bigger? Absolutely, and that's what I'm trying to say. So for the next time I do arms, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get back to these front ladders because I could see the effect of not doing that. My front delts have just lost a little bit of its shape. And as for biceps, I don't think there is anything different. They've just gotten bigger. I mean, for shapeness, yeah, it's been about the same. But I'm not going to be lenient on that though either. They still need to, I think in my opinion, because I always look back to when I was in February, and even though my biceps were not as big as they were, they had more, you could say, shapeness, if that makes any sense. And it's because the level of, let's say, concentration/intensity that's being centered onto the bicep because I did a lot of frequency. So there's a lot of just micro tears going in, a lot of stimulus, where it's just tear constantly. So could we get more tears? Yes, but I'm not sure with the frequency aspect because I did that a month and a half ago and I didn't get the same result as last time. And I think it's just because my muscle has, adapted. It's adapted to, because when you start off, your entire body's like, what the hell are you doing? And so it's forced to grow, and it grows everything. But after a while, it's like, okay, this is like used to it. And if you're doing biceps in this example, maybe you're not gonna feel that same level of just this crazy amount of blood in your biceps like how I was. Like my biceps grew from 0 to 10, I remember, when I was starting off, because of the level of intensity from not being used to any of that stuff. Because if you're sitting in a room, in an office, not exercising, and you exercise, I mean, your entire body's gonna look crazy after a few months, and that's what happened to me. But that's where I have to be smart right now, where even after adopting this new lifestyle, because this isn't something I've been doing for many years, just starting. I do need to be smarter in how I can constantly confuse my body and getting that same level of intensity. Like, here's my thought process. If I can get the same, this is like the holy grail to me. If I can get the same level of intensity and results as I did when I was starting off for the first 3 months, that would be fantastic. Like, that's always my goal. It's something that I've always tried to do, and I'm not sure if it's possible. I think it is, though. I just have to be smart about it. I have to learn my body. I have to understand it. And that's what I'm trying to do at the moment with nutrition, with training, trying to get that same level of feedback that's coming out of the muscle as I did when I was starting. And for triceps, I mean, I think no, they've been growing. They've gotten more shape. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think there hasn't been anything much wrong with triceps, but I always take a step ahead, honestly, to get better. So triceps is not the main concern for my arms. The most main would be my delts. Yeah, it would be my delts. I want my front delts to get back its shapeness. That's my one priority, and of course to get overall roundness, specifically on the rear delts. Because when you're hitting the lat sprint, what's one of the first things you see, at least if you're looking at yourself from the top? It's the rear delts. Yeah, rear delts, then comes upper traps, middle traps, and lower back. I always say that if you have really great shapeness in traps and lower back, you dominate back poses. Because everyone has a back, bro. Everyone does. I mean, if you train back really well, consistently, you get a back. But not much people have a ridiculous lower back or traps, and that's what makes you stand out when you do those poses. And I always think of that. At least I try to. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just thought of this. So, I have a plan. I've had trouble with my dieting for quite a while, and you guys know that. It's been the hardest thing for me. Like, it's way harder than training when it comes to dieting. And in terms of the consistency aspect of it, of just eating that much. And because, whatever, I don't want to rant about that. But yeah, it's been hard to be consistent. So I've given myself a deadline. I'm going to give myself until Thanksgiving, which would be 2.5 weeks. I don't even care what weight I am in 2.5 weeks, because at this point, I've been bulking since January 20th. So it's been about now 11 months. Yeah, pretty much 11 months. And I've gained weight, but the weight gain rates for the past 6 months has just been a flat line. Like, if you guys played Cyberpunk, it's been flat line for 5 months straight, and it's been very annoying for me. Yeah, because I've had to modify a lot of the stuff for my diet, and it's just been up and down, a bit of a roller coaster. So, and also because of bulking for that long, you kind of lose the consistency aspect of it, which is why I've been plateauing for so many months, because I've been doing it for so long. But I was kind of like, when I got into the bulk, I didn't really think about it. I was like, well, that's what I'm going to do. I want to get bigger. I'm not going to cut. I'm going to bulk. I need to get mass. That's what I'm looking for. And in fact, I remember when I started bulking, I used to think, like, I don't want to cut until 3 years, because at the end, when you cut, it's what your muscles display after a bulk, or what you gain in muscle at least. And so, but that's personal preference. I mean, if you're fine staying lean and, let's say, athletic looking, that's fine. I don't, though. I don't want to. That's my I don't want to look like an athlete. I want to look like a bodybuilder. I want to look big, definitions, striations, all this sort of stuff. So I need to bulk up and get into the cut. My cut is not going to be as long as compared to my bulk. And I mean, at least the bright side of it is that I haven't gained an excessive amount of fat. I have gained fat over the past 3 weeks, as I could tell by my physique, Like I can tell I'm a bit softer. I can literally touch my delt and look pretty fat. I have this whole belly right here, right? But I still got abs. So that's one of the things that I've been always excited when I've been doing my bulk, because I think like, holy shit, I don't know how I don't know how my midsection is gonna look like when I'm 12% body fat. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a surprise because you guys have not seen me eating maintenance calories. When I was eating maintenance calories, uh, it was pretty scary. Yeah. But I don't want to show much. I want to surprise you guys with that. You guys will be able to see that until pretty much 2026 on January. That should be around the area that I get to 15% body fat to 12% body fat. But for now, my main concern is to really just go full on till Thanksgiving. Yeah. And uh, you know what? One of these days, I am gonna make a re-upload on what I'm eating. I have gotten back to what I used to eat a few months ago because the 3 component ingredients for my meals has been extremely depressing over a month, which is kind of hit back my complacency even more with continuous this bulk. So, yeah, that's one of the things that I want to advise you guys. If you're going to start a bulk, especially your full bulks, but any bulk, please just eat what you normally eat. Just do that. Just eat only what you've been eating. Like I'll give you my example. My entire life, I've eaten rice, beans, chicken, and that's it. Like, because my parents are Latinos, my parents are Colombian. I was born in Florida, but my parents are Colombian. So my entire life, I've been raised by my mom giving me rice, beans, and chicken. Or sometimes it would be rice, lentils, and chicken. So it'd be just basically rice, grains, and then meat. But for the past 5 years, I've become plant-based. For some of you guys don't know that, or if you don't, well, that's a surprise. I'm plant-based. So I don't eat any meat. I just eat, uh, yeah, mostly grains, to be honest. In fact, I remember in my first 4 months of bulking, I was not eating, I was just eating rice and beans. That was it. Rice, beans, and avocado. That's what, and I gained weight. But after 3 months, I plateaued in the same way. And that's when that trouble started to come in, where I had to change a few things. I gained 4 extra pounds adding tofu into it. And tofu is a great source of protein. It's just not the same, let's say, as compared to a chicken, because it doesn't have the denser calories due to fat sources. Because when you eat tofu, tofu just has primarily, it's more of a sensor of protein and carbs. It doesn't have a lot of carbs, but it has more protein. But the total amount of calories is less. So you have to eat a lot of tofu. And because of that, because I've been eating, let's say, less saturated fat, that's why, even though despite eating a lot of calories, say, quote unquote, a lot of calories for me, I've been able to retain shapeness in my physique because I don't have a lot of fat. But yeah, but I don't know. I don't want to bore you guys with so much detail, too much, because I could literally talk for that for about hours about that whole nutrition, because it's not black and white. But that's why I've retained shape like that, even despite eating this amount of calories. But even that's black and white because I haven't been super consistent. But I am. I'm gonna eat as much until Thanksgiving, and I don't fucking care. I don't care what weight I'm at. I mean, it would be great if I'm 160 pounds by that. Right now, I weigh about 150, and my goal is about 165. But I mean, hell, if we get to 160, that'd be really good. But if I'm 152 or even 150, I don't care. I'm just starting to cut. I need to get my brain out of the bulk. It's been fucking with me. I just need to start back from fresh and kind of reprocess everything. But whatever. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. That was for arms. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Peace.